Hey guys, Jared Wesley here of Live Traders, and it is that time of the week. It is lecture time, and we're getting close to the end of this year, so I thought it would be a good time to kind of give you guys a little bit of a motivational speech, so to speak, in today's lecture. So today we're going to talk a little bit about an attitude of gratitude. We're going to look at some charts, okay? But we're also going to talk more about why you aren't as good as you should be and why you're taking for granted the opportunity that you have in front of you, because not everybody else out there in the world has this type of opportunity. The problem is you're so used to it that you just take it for granted. You don't realize just how fortunate you are, just how lucky you are. So today we're going to talk about that. We're going to take a look at some charts that you should be trading, as well as some charts that you shouldn't be trading. But mainly we're going to talk about why you're not taking this business seriously enough, and you really need to, because so many people out there don't even have the option or opportunity that you have here right now today. All right, so if you like these videos, please click the like button, hammer that subscribe button. I am Jared Wesley of Live Traders. Let's get to it. This week's lecture topic is attitude of gratitude. We're going to dig a little bit deep today. Not too deep, but we're going to talk a little bit about emotions and about the opportunity that you guys have in front of you that perhaps you don't realize you have, or you think things are tougher than they are or harder than they are, and you're just basically a bunch of whiners. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we do, we must first talk about when will the insanity stop. And this week's, I have a little bit of a curveball for you this week. A little bit of a curveball. You are the insanity. Y'all, okay? You are the insanity, all right? It's pathetic. Yep, it's going to be like that today. I'm not pulling any punches today. You guys are pathetic. Pathetic, all right? Today's a wake-up call, so pay attention, all right? I like to do these towards the end of the year, beginning of the year. They're timeless, though, because you can watch them forever in the middle of the year, which is also a bunch of BS. Why would you save what you're going to be great at until January 1st? Think about that for a second. How freaking stupid is that? Hey, you know what? It's March, so, I'll put it off till next month or next. And then for whatever reason, at the end of the year, people decide, hey, it's time for change. I sucked all of last year, but now it's time for change. That's why you still suck, because you keep pushing things off, and you never really take anything seriously. So you guys are the insanity today. We're going to talk about y'all, okay? And we're all in this boat at one time or another. So yeah, the gym thing is just so ridiculous. Every single January, the gym gets super crazy crowded, and then by February, March, it's dead again. People just don't have any lasting desire. They all talk about things they want, but they just don't have the desire, discipline, and motivation to achieve the things that they want. So let's continue this theme a little bit, all right? This is from U.S. News, okay? About half the world's population is living on less than $5.50 a day, according to new research from the World Bank. A report published Wednesday found that 46% of people worldwide, 46%, nearly half, 3.4 billion people, struggle to meet basic needs. Okay? So nearly 50% of the world lives on $5.50 a day or less. Okay? Think about that. I want you to really give it some serious thought. Okay? If America's poor were their own nation, they'd be among the world's richest. Take that in for a second. If America's poor, the poorest people in this country, and I know there are people from other countries listening and people in the chat room, and I get it. They'd be among the richest people in the world. So stop crying, you big babies. I was going to use a different word, but I might get appropriated for saying that. Stop. Just fucking stop. Okay? Stop. You're pathetic. You're ridiculous. Your excuses no one gives a shit about. Okay? Man up, girl up, person up, sentient being up. Stop. Okay? We go through all year and all, because I get lots, thousands of emails, tens of thousands of emails over the course of a year. And the stuff that I have to read is pathetic. All right? You can be a great trader. You can be great at anything you want. I don't want to hear your excuse. Because if you're coming from just about any first world nation, particularly America in this case, you don't have an excuse. I can't afford that, Jared. Well, then go make the money. It's out there for you to make. All right? Do what needs to be done to be successful. Period. End of discussion. Okay? Look, let's look at it this way. Let's put it, for some of you that are just lost right now, okay? For some of you that are lost right now, let me put it in chart terms for you, okay? Let me put it in chart terms. This is you people that live in America, okay? This is the people that live in Europe. This is the people that live in most first world countries. It's a beautiful turnaround 3-bar play pattern that shoots the moon. This is your life every single day. Every day, this is what your life looks like. All right? A little whining and crying when you first wake up because your latte wasn't hot enough and you had to wait 3 extra minutes to get it at Starbucks, okay? And then for the rest of the day, it's just peaches and cream and gold. No, I'm not talking about the top 1%. I'm talking about everyone, okay? Every one of you that's listening right now. Because if you're listening, it means you have an internet connection. And that means your life's pretty damn good. All right? Daily chart's beautiful. That's the higher time frame. See, this is just today. This is what your life looks like on a year-to-year basis. A higher trend up, 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 up. Okay? No more excuses from you guys. This is what a lot of other people's lives look like around the world. Choppy, crappy horse shit, where he gaps up and just gets completely hammered. All right? This is day-to-day, just overlapping slop, trying to figure out where their next meal's going to come from. Not your silliness that, your steak was overcooked. Okay? I'm not kidding when I say this stuff. There's just too many people complaining about roadblocks, things that are keeping them from being successful. What's keeping you from being successful? It's a 3-letter word. It starts with a Y. It ends with a U, and there's an O in the middle. Okay? You are the only thing that keeps you from being successful. Everyone's talking about, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time in the day, trading is too hard, or the market maker got me, or the HFT shook me out. What? Just the opportunity to trade puts you in the top 1% in the world. Just the opportunity to trade puts you in the top 1%. So what's the point about this? It's not even necessarily talking to complainers, because there's enough of those. It's more about don't overlook or take for granted the opportunity that's in front of you, because it's a big one. All right? It's the ability to make a living from anywhere in the world on your own terms, on your own time, on your own schedule. No boss, no BS, no office politics, no race politics, no, class politics. None of that. Nothing. They're just red and green charts, man. Don't underestimate the opportunity. And I think many of you do. Why am I saying this to you all? Because people will come in and they'll give this business 3 months. It didn't work out. Really? You just didn't give it enough time, right? You're not putting in enough time. Jared, I had to work today. And? Is there anything more to that sentence than I had to work today? That's why I couldn't study more. I'm waiting for the punchline, because there are plenty of people in this world that literally will spend the entire day looking for a meal, and you're sitting here telling me how your day at work was tough. It was really hard. I know. And then your boss looked at you a different way, and somebody said something you didn't like, and somebody had a Let's Go Brandon t-shirt on and it offended you. Oh, the agony. It's just brutal out there. I know. How do you do it? This opportunity you have in front of you is unbelievable. So I'll relate it back to trading. Stop doing this, okay? Stop doing this. You see this right here? This is what a lazy trader does. This is what a privileged, don't you love that word? This is what a privileged trader does. They come in, they put some money into a trading account, And they just go hack away at it, not understanding or appreciating the opportunity in front of them. They just hack away at it. They come in and they take a trade where it's gapping or near support. They see a 3 or 4 bar play over here and they're like, yeah, I'm just going to take it. Do some homework. Why would you take something like that right into support, significant support? Big bottoming tail here. It retests and bounces here, bottoming tail here, and kind of wedges out and the next day rips. It's going to retest that area. Well, what's the whole purpose of technical analysis? Technical analysis, past price action, using past price action to help us predict future price movement. Well, if in the past buyers step up, then in the future they're probably going to also. Don't do this. Don't take the opportunity you have for granted. Don't trade garbage, especially when you know it's garbage. You might want to rethink not taking that stop loss either. You know, I mean, there's so many things that you guys do day to day in trading, and you sit there and you shake your head. You go, why? Why do you do these things? Because you don't appreciate the opportunity. Your ego gets in front of you. I got to make the money yesterday. Why? Because I don't know, I hate my boss. Or I don't know, my unemployment's going to run out. Or I don't know, my severance package is out in a couple months. Well, so what? Go drive an Uber. Go be a bartender. Go work at a restaurant. We all know that there's gazillions of help wanted signs out there right now. Just think about that for a second. You want something, you go to your refrigerator, it's there. And if it's not there, you just walk down the street and go pick any help wanted sign you want and go in and they'll probably hire you. That's opportunity right there. What is that opportunity? It's the opportunity that you have to do something you don't want so that you can do something you do want. And trading might be that thing that you do want to do. So stop trading like an idiot. Stop acting like one too. Okay? The opportunity is there for you. All right? Now, you take something like this. Don't do it. Right? So you take a look at this right here on the left, 60-minute chart. Goes above the red line and just rips. Green, 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 green. I mean, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 bars in a row up. Right at that 9th bar in a row up, if you drill down to the 15-minute, it's on here twice, there's 2 15-minute charts here. You get a wide range bar that takes out a red bar, followed by a narrow range resting bar, and it actually goes higher. And then goes sideways. Good trade? Bad trade? Let me ask you this, and you'll see it here on another slide in a second. Does the result of the trade determine whether or not it was a good trade or a bad trade? No, because you have rules and you have a trading plan. So if you break those rules in your trading plan, it doesn't matter if the trade works or not. It was the wrong thing to do. And in this particular case, we would never take a 15-minute 3-bar play, and in this case a super 3-bar play, that's up 7 or 8 bars on a 60 and up just as many bars on a 15-minute right here. It's just super extended. And like I said, in this particular case, you may have gotten lucky and actually made a little bit of money, maybe 1 or 2 to 1 here. But this is still a bad trade. The better trade is actually the breakout, because the breakout right there is this red line. Right? If you look at the price point at that breakout, 162.50, 163, whatever it is, that's right where you are, right breaking this area. So at least the stock has rested for 3 days, gaps up into the red bar here on the 60-minute chart, and now at least you're taking a pattern in an area in which you're supposed to take it. But too many of you do this, and the problem is you sometimes get away with it. And over the last 10 years really, but let's say the last 2 years, the market's gone straight up, like silly, ridiculous, unbelievable. It's up 20, 30% a year like nobody cares. And you're getting away with some of these things. Long term, if you plan on doing this for a living, this is not going to work. So don't take these types of trades, right? It's not in your trading plan, and it's not something that's going to make you money long term. So again, appreciate the opportunity that you can find good trades and bad trades, the opportunity that you're able to sit at your desk in your nice, comfortable home and do this. So if you have that opportunity, appreciating it simply means don't take crap, right? Don't take crap. You have an opportunity that many people would kill for, and you're taking bad trades. Why? Ego? Here's another example. 3-bar play on a 2-minute chart, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days up. So this is at somewhere around $53. So you're like right in there. You don't have to answer because I know the answer. How many of you have taken this trade before? Every one of you? You should I see it all the time. I saw it today. You ignore the daily chart. What's our goal? We start with the higher time frame bias and we drill down to a lower time frame entry. It's right out of professional trading strategies. You start with a higher time frame bias and then you drill down to a lower time frame entry. And you guys are taking stocks that are up 5, 6, 7 days in a row. We've done lectures on this topic. The lectures are, if you're up 3 bars, think sell. If you're up 4 bars, really think sell. If you're up 5 bars, really think sell. So if you're up 6, what does that mean? Right? I know so many times people take this trade. And the problem with this trade is, wait for it, sometimes they work. Right? This thing went straight up. Sometimes they work. So what do? You take it again in the future. But as it says, what's the measure of a good trade? Whether it works or not? No. Whether it meets your trading plan requirements. But here's the problem with many of you. You don't have a trading plan. So you're not technically breaking your rules when you take a dumb trade. Think about that for a second. So you're basically Elmer Fudd, but here's the rub. The end of the month, you're not profitable. The end of the quarter, the end of the year, you're not profitable. Sure, you get lucky once in a while. Everybody gets lucky. We put those people on when will the insanity stop? You know, the people that took 30,000 and they turned into 300 and then lost it all plus their 30,000? Yeah. Don't spend that money. The market wants it back. So stop taking these types of crappy trades. They aren't in your plan if you have one. And if they are, they shouldn't be. And if you don't have a plan, then shame on you. Appreciate the opportunity in front of you. There are thousands of stocks out there. You don't have to trade crap. So why do you? Okay, why do you? All right, this is a good trade. All right, this is a stock that's gapping up. Note, pretty much over resistance. There's a little bit of junk left to the left, but you have a void all the way to 126. What do you get? Green bar with a bottoming tail, which means there was a battle fought here. You want to see that battle? It's right here. See that red bar right there? The battle was fought right there. So it moved up. Sellers tried to come in here, and they left a big-ass bottoming tail. Went back to the highs, left another shakeout bottoming tail. What is this? Confirmation of strength. Commitment from the buyers. You're going to buy it at 117. It goes up to 120 and change. Not bad. Right? Is this a tremendously great trade? No, but it was good. I mean, the thing went over $124. So $7 move on a $1.50 stop loss. It's close to 5 to 1. Close to it. Because you matched time frames. This over here, with this over here, with this over here. That's a good trade. You waited for a confirmation right here. You waited for secondary confirmation right there. Trade like this. Stop trading like the last charts we saw. Trade like this. Okay? Here's another example. 1, 2, 3, 4 days of consolidation in a range from 330 up to 345. Okay? Gaps up over the resistance. Pivot, pivot, pivot. Over the resistance. Goes higher, but note, it didn't just go higher. It left a bottoming tail. So we know, by definition, on a lower time frame, there has to be a green bar in there somewhere. Whether it's the 5 minute, the 2 minute, or the 1 minute. This bottoming tail means green. It means buyers stepped up exactly where they're supposed to, just above support, at support. Resting bar, rip. Right? And this thing went from 350 to like, I don't know, 363. $13 move on a $2.50 stop loss. 4 or 5 to 1. 5 to 1. Because there's nothing to the left. You had the confirmation of strength with the bottoming tail, and it rested for 3 or 4 days. Trade like this. Why are you trading the other stocks? FOMO, the need to be right. You want to get rich quick. All of those things is the reason. But why? You already live a 1% life. You already live a 1% life with 1% opportunity. I'll repeat it one more time. You live a 1% life with 1% opportunity, and you're telling the world how bad it is, so bad that you hate your boss so much that you want to leave yesterday, but you're not willing to put in the time and the effort to leave properly, which means trade properly with a plan and put the time and effort in. There's just too many people that want that 9 to 5. They want to come home at 5:30, 6 o'clock. They want dinner on the table, pop open a beer, and plop down on the sofa. You ain't going to get anywhere doing that. Nowhere. And that's already the 1% life. Okay? Another example. Start with the higher time frame. It gaps down under a green bar, under a bottoming tail, under another bottoming tail. That's basically 3 green bars. I know one of them's technically red on the doji, but there was a tug of war here, and you could make an argument the buyers won slightly because it is a little above the halfway point, but green bar, bottoming tail, green bar, bottoming tail, gaps just enough to get under it. Wide range bar, narrow range bar, narrow range bar, drop. Easy money. I mean, you're looking at an entry of like 121.90 with a stop loss of, I don't know, 122.90. Call it $1, right? Call it 75 cents, whatever. Right down to the bottom here. Starts with a higher time frame, drill down to the lower time frame. But yet, there's still too many people doing this. Shorten stuff into support. I see it every day. Still people doing this. Taking trades on stocks that are up 6 days in a row. Every day it happens in the chat room. Every day it happens. And my first comment is usually, are you new here? Because no person that's been in the room for more than a week or two would ever mention a stock that's up 6 or 7 days. Or when they gap up 50% and they've already run like 10 times their ATR and they're like, Jared, I want to buy the high. Why? Appreciate the opportunity in front of you. Appreciate the opportunity for you to make a lot of money today. But you're not going to make that money by trading like an idiot. Okay? So learn how to trade. Again, respect the opportunity. You notice I keep repeating that over and over again because you're so caught up in your own little world, your own little bubble, you like to complain. You like to make excuses for why you are not doing better in life. So there's more to trading than just learning textbook patterns. You need to learn the patterns for a foundation. We have to evaluate information quickly, right? Sometimes something that's not perfect per the textbook is actually an outstanding trade. You know who does a great job at this? Unmol, especially in a strategy course. Something that might not be exactly perfect in the textbook is actually a really good trade. Where's that come from? Experience and time. Okay? So don't take all that for granted. It takes the textbook. It takes the time and the effort to assimilate the information in the textbook. And as you guys are seeing, it's not just learning patterns, is it? It's also about learning the mental game. Understanding who's actually trading. And then there's, like anything, there's nuance. You go into everything with a game plan, and sometimes you get punched in the mouth and you're like, whoa, I didn't see that left hook coming. Now what do I do? And that's where the experience comes into play, where you can fine tune and tweak your trading plan till you get comfortable with it and it makes money. You'll note the best traders are what? Very consistent. They're consistent in their approach. They're consistent in their management. They're consistent in their thought process. Are you? And if not, why? What's causing you to take those crappy trades? Why haven't you taken professional strategies? Why don't you have a trading plan? Why are you giving up on this business? Tell me. I want to know. Shoot me an email. I want to know. Why? What have you done? Because the business hasn't done anything wrong. The stock market just is. It can't do anything wrong. It's infallible. Why are you doing those things? Just don't want it bad enough. Why do I say all this? You guys might be confused at times. Because this business, granted in the last year or two, it's gotten a little more credibility. But traditionally, let's be frank here. Let's call it out. Traditionally, what's the reaction of family and friends when you tell them, I want to be a day trader? What's the reaction? What? Not my baby. Oh no. What have you done with your life? Deer in the headlights, I can't believe you're doing that gambling. Why are you throwing your life away? I would say skeptical would be a nice way to say it, right? They're skeptical. And granted, some of that has changed in the last couple of years, but before that, it was just all like, oh no, I can't believe you're going to do that. You know, that backhanded, well, good luck with that. Or silence. No one believes in you. Why? Because most people that do this business are a bunch of gamblers who don't appreciate and respect the opportunity that's in front of them. Guys, the opportunity that's in front of you is the ability to call your own shots when you want, where you want, how you want. No boss, no politics, nothing. You, just you. And here's the beauty of it. No one can ever take it away from you. You learn it to a high enough level, it just doesn't matter. You see Anmol, he's in London, then he's in India, then he's in Miami, then he's in New York. The guy travels everywhere, he's 29 years old. No one can ever take it away from him, ever, not ever again. Unless the stock market ceases to exist, which won't happen because we'll all cease to exist too, right? All your retirement portfolios will as well. No one can ever take that from you. So you've been indoctrinated to have a job, and when you fail at this, then you join the misery loves company bandwagon, and then you talk smack about this business because you weren't good enough. You didn't appreciate the opportunity. It's okay. Success, we looked at this slide last week. It's simple. Follow those rules. It has good money management, good trade management, good patterns. Perfect patterns rarely fail, so trade them. Demand quality, be patient. Main points: void, relative strength, easily recognizable. That's it. That's how simple this business is. Now, obviously, within these bullet points, there's some complex thoughts and issues, right? What is an easily recognizable pattern? Well, you'll learn that in professional trading strategy. What is relative strength or relative weakness? You'll learn that in professional trading strategy. What is void? How do I learn to become patient? That's going to take some time and experience, right? But I'll tell you this. No, it doesn't suck. It doesn't. Monday doesn't suck. Your genetics don't suck. The weather doesn't suck. Your partner doesn't suck. Your negative mindset's what sucks, right? Stop complaining about what's missing from your life and go and manifest the crap out of your dreams. Isn't that the beauty? Think about it for a second. If no one is holding you back, then what's there to complain about? Think about it. Really think. Just go deep, one level deeper. If no one is holding you back, okay, what's holding you back? You. So if you don't make it or succeed, who's to blame? You. Think about it. This is your life, guys. Come on. Let's be fair. Let's call it what it is. This is your life. First world problem. Right? Don't you hate that? When the cookie's so big you can't get into the milk glass? Sucks, doesn't it? It's just what a terrible way to end your day. Sorry. We may have moved your seat when we cleaned your car. Why did I put this one on there? Because I hate when people do this to me. But on a serious note, I really do. I can't stand when you go to a car wash and they do this to me. Okay? But that's a first world problem. Half the world doesn't own a car. Half the world doesn't own a car. Wow. And you're complaining about somebody moving your seat. Okay? Because you know what? You know what real problems look like, guys? That's what real problems look like. Does it hit home at all? Probably not. Because when you're done listening to me, you're literally going to be like, oh, what's for lunch? You know, is it going to be Chick-fil-A today? Or maybe I should go to Capitol Grill for lunch and treat myself today. You think that's what these people have the option of doing? You get to go to your refrigerator and pull out any damn thing you want. Go hop out in your car with the seat too far back because somebody adjusted when they were washing it for you. What do you think they'd give to be in your shoes right now? What do you think they'd give to be in your shoes right now? And you're complaining about, oh, the business is kind of hard. I had to work today and they made me stay longer and it was like 10 hours. And I got home and I was just so tired. I couldn't put the time into the charts. I couldn't spend that time. I was just too tired. I mean, come on. Really? You don't have these problems. Not even close to these problems. All right? So then ask yourself, is your plan really that hard? Wait, let me go back. Is your plan that hard? Is it that hard? Maybe stop by Haiti on your next trip. Stop by somewhere else And then come home and ask yourself, is your plan that hard? That hard. You know when you're about ready to sell too soon, or you're about ready to take a shit trade with a crap pattern? Is it really that hard not to take that trade? It's really that hard not to sell too soon? Wait, let's do it again. That hard. That hard. Yes, it's obnoxious. I keep going back and forth. Is it really that hard? No. The answer is no. You have this kind of opportunity. First world problems. To be able to make $5,000 on a trade. A trade. One trade. $3.4 billion people in this world live on $5.50 a day or less. Let's do the math. 550 times 365. That's $2,007 a day. That one trade that lasted 30 minutes is 2 years of living for some people. And you're pissed you didn't make $6,000 or $7,000. Ingrain it in your head. Because I don't care how hard it is to trade, it's not this hard. It's not this hard. So next time you feel like you're making an excuse, stop. The next time you feel like you don't want to do it because you're too tired, stop. The next time you sell too soon or thinking about selling too soon because you just can't take it, stop. Just stop. Your life is gold. It falls out of the sky for you. Okay? Just stop. The only person holding you back in this business from being successful is you. Okay? Because the opportunity is there. All right? Getting access to information is at your fingertips. These lectures, they're at your fingertip. Following your plan can't be that hard. All right? So I want you guys to give that some thought as we move into the new year. Why aren't you where you want to be? Because you haven't put in the time and effort to be there yet. Doesn't mean you can't or won't be there. You likely will get there if you appreciate and respect the opportunity and you put the time and the effort in and really, really, really check yourself. Really check yourself. Realize that billions of people would kill for the opportunity that you have. So don't belittle it. Don't pass it up. Don't make excuses for it or about it. All right? I'm Jared Wesley of Live Traders. We'll get back at it again next week.